Hey family, it's your girl Samantha A the Faithologist. Welcome to our very first episode of Let's Talk Faith. I pray that you are motivated and inspired to live your tailor-made journey. Family, it's your girl Samantha A the Faithologist, and welcome to Let's Talk Faith. We have a very special guest today who I've been honored and blessed to know for over 12 plus years, Miss Chelsea Clark, aka Big Snow. And I'm so excited to have her share her tailor-made story with us. So let's get started. When I start my shows, I always like to start with an icebreaker. And I would like for you to describe yourself in 3 words.
I would say my 3 words are passionate. Let's see, ambitious. And I had another one. Give me just a moment. Self-confidence. Those are the 3 characteristics that explains like who I am. So with that being said, those are the 3.
Yeah, and I definitely see that, especially with following your social media. I can definitely tell that you're very passionate about what you do, and you are very, very, very confident. Like, you exude that. And that is just something that I also hope to rub off on me a little bit.
You will. You just have to. We'll get into what you have to do in order to be like into it more.
Exactly. Yeah. So my first question for you today is going to be, who is Inches by Snow?
Well, it's formerly Inches by Snow. Now I go by CC Lux Collection, which is Chelsea Sierra. That's my real name. I started off Inches by Snow back when it was like 4 almost 5 years ago. That's just somebody I don't want to be anymore. I kind of emerged a new version of myself this year and decided to change the name into the woman I am today. So now I go by CC Lux Collection because that is me, not Snow. So
Yes. I love that. It's all about growth, and I can definitely see the growth and transformation, Queen. You are glowing. So what I want to know is, why did you start your business?
Well, I started my business because of poverty. Another thing was clocking in for somebody. And also, when I started selling hair. I was never always this wholesale vendor. I started off selling bundles at first. And everybody know me as the girl who sold the 3 bundles for $250. And back then, there wasn't a whole lot of money for that length of hair.
Right.
Yeah, so with that being said, I always wanted to do something for my community as far as the ladies having affordable product that they can actually afford and look nice as well. So, yeah. And as far as the poverty and clocking in part, I just feel like working for somebody, like, your boss is never going to pay you enough to live in his neighborhood. Ever.
True.
So I wanted to change that whole theory of my entire life.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So with, hair and lashes being everywhere nowadays, what do you feel sets your business apart from everybody else that is coming out with a new hairline or coming out with lashes and stuff? What do you feel like sets your brand apart?
What I feel like set my brand apart from everybody who pretty much does the same thing that I do is this is my passion.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for a look. I'm not doing it for the money. The money is good, don't get me wrong, but I'm doing it for me because ever since I was little, hair is all I cared about. I can remember when I was 18 years old, I forget where I was working at, but I know I was getting an income tax. And I spent $250 on 2 or 3 packs of 18-inch hair, but it wasn't, back then it wasn't Brazilian and it wasn't like Filipino hair. It was pretty much yaki, whatever. I think it was called Remy Gotti. Remy Goddess, that's what it was. And I spent $250 on it back then. So back then, a long time ago, I'm 34. So that was major. And I just always, like, I love hair, everything about it. So this is actually just my passion. Yeah, so that's what I think sets me from everybody else. I'm just not doing it for a look, or it's the go-to thing to do. This is what I like to do. I wake up, eat, sleep, breathe my brand. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to step out on faith and really start your business?
I think what really inspired me was me being at work. I was working at Sitel. This was a couple of years ago.
I worked there too.
Yeah. And I was getting so bored with what I was doing. I was building my website at my job. So while I'm supposed to be working, like even on break or whatever, because my business at first was called Bundles by Snow. I didn't know whether I wanted Inches by Snow or Bundles by Snow. But this was years ago. But that was what inspired me. Like, this is not, it's always been in my heart to have my own business, even while I'm at work working for somebody else. So I think that's what really inspired me to want more, to do more. Yeah.
Yeah, that is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
And what do you feel like really keeps you motivated to keep on going? Because I know, being an entrepreneur myself, sometimes it's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy to feel like, not today, not today. So what motivates you to keep on going, to keep pushing, to see yourself really wherever you see yourself, but just what keeps you going?
What keeps me going is the person that I used to be. I don't want to be her anymore. Yeah, I don't want to be in the situation I once was. I don't want to wake up one day and figure out whether I'm going to buy lunch today or gas to put in my car to get to work. So that is what keeps me going. Like, the way that I used to live, I never want to live like that again. So I wake up and I just go hard because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just triggered a memory of mine. I don't think you remember, a few years ago you called me and we talked about this before you started your business. And you was like, sis, I think I want to start my business, but I really don't know. I think you were living, like, I forgot where you were living. It was like an apartment back then. But we talked about this.
It was a 1-bedroom apartment. And I was living there with my 3 kids, and at the time I was married. But yeah, I know that was... It had been like 4 going on 5 years.
Yeah, it was a while back. Yeah,
it had been like 4 or 5 years, because I started the brand about 4 or 5 years ago. But that's when I started taking it serious, that time frame. But yeah.
My girl done had a storefront and all. Don't play with her.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
I'm so proud of you, and I really do see the growth, and I'm really loving it.
Thank you.
So my next question is going to be, what are some hard choices that you had to make to get to where you are now? Because to get to the level you are now, you had to make some sacrifices. You had to make some hard choices. So what were those for you, those things that you was like, you know what? I don't mind sacrificing this in order to accomplish this goal.
Hard sacrifice for me is time, family time. It takes, being that it's pretty much me and my business, I take care of everything, whether it's marketing, whether it's taking the orders, going to the bank, shipping orders. Like, I do everything on my own. I don't have a team yet. And that's something I'm definitely working and growing into. But I noticed doing it, how long I've been doing it by myself, it works. But I do know, for me to take it to another level, I have to have a team. Yeah, that, and as well as balance. Like, I had to learn balance to pretty much take care of my family, juggle my business. So I had to learn balance. That was pretty much one of the hardest choices I dealt with. And I feel like that reason, amongst others, is why my relationship, my marriage didn't work, because I didn't have balance. I didn't know how to balance. This was my first business, so
you put a lot into it.
Yeah,
and I get that. That because I actually struggled with creating a balance for a very long time.
Right.
Being an entrepreneur as well. So it's
a lot.
It's definitely something that you have to get because, especially being a mom, and I only have one child, so
Exactly.
I can only imagine,
exactly with 3.
Yeah, ooh, girl,
Yeah, so
honey, bravo. Okay, teach me.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how do you deal with self-doubt from yourself and from others? Because I've struggled with that a lot with my business, especially coming out with my podcast. I struggle with self-doubt, feeling like maybe, I won't be good enough, or they probably won't watch, won't support. How do you deal with that? Because like we talked about earlier, sometimes the hair market and industry can seem a little oversaturated. So how do you deal with self-doubt from yourself and from others and still, feel like I got this?
What for me, the self-doubt, I deal with it is my privacy and also resetting. Like when you get overwhelmed, I feel like you have to reset, you have to realign, you have to restart, and it's okay. Nobody is running a race. Like, this is not a race. Do it at your own pace. So reset yourself, realign, restart whenever you feel like it. And you said with other people, I don't see anybody else. I just don't deal with them.
Come on,
I don't
drop
see anybody. Yeah, I don't see competition. I don't see anything. I just see where I'm going, where I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's tunnel vision. And I love those nuggets that you just dropped. Like, yeah. That's what's up. I needed that. I needed that for myself. I'm going to replay this interview again so I can write these down in my journal. I needed that. So who is one entrepreneur that you feel influenced you the most on your journey?
One entrepreneur, that would have to be April Diva Styles. Are you familiar?
April.
You familiar? Yeah. So April Diva Styles, I'll never forget. I took April Diva Styles hair class in, we call it AP, so I'm gonna call it AP. I took her class in 2019. Wait. Because I opened a store in 2018, so that was 2019. But so yeah, I took her class, and I'll never forget, like, I was always doing good when I first started hair. Like, I was selling out, but I really didn't know the logistics. I didn't know, like, the legalization part. I didn't know, like, how to save my money, how to flip my money. I just knew, like, I was getting product and selling product, and that was it. But I never really knew the steps. So after I took her class, I think this was January 2019. When I took her class and came back, no lie, like 2 months later, I dropped the sale. She told us everything to do. I dropped the sale and I sold out. I literally had a line wrapped around my store.
Well, I remember those photos.
Yeah, I had a line. So everything that she taught me, I applied it to my life. I applied it to my business. I applied it, and I just took off from there. So
yeah, that was the photo shoot with the middle part.
Yeah.
Girl was so cute. I loved it. I was like, okay, that's my girl. Yes, honey, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
So what do you enjoy most about entrepreneurship, and what do you find the hardest about entrepreneurship?
What I enjoy the most, I think, is when I'm on vacation, I still make money. So I get to live my life and still do what I love.
Yeah.
So it's never about work for me. It's always about freedom. And that's what I feel like I have, freedom with my job. It's work, but it doesn't feel like a job because that's something I love to do. This is my passion.
Exactly.
So I think the biggest, hardest part about being an entrepreneur is not having a team. Because I don't really have, like, I've learned balance, like I told you, but I don't really have a lot of time for anything else besides my family, my work. That's it. So I think that's the hardest part. It's never about the sales for me. It's never about, the money coming in, because I feel like with a business, you have to stay consistent. You can't do it when you feel like it. You have to do it every day. So with that being said, it's just like a baby. What you put into it, it's going to grow. So if you feed the baby's going to grow.
Right.
If you feed your business, it's going to grow.
Right.
So you can't just, I mean, you can reset, like I said, all the time. You can reset and restart, but at the same time, know what you're doing when you're doing it. If you start off saying, I want to start my business, I want to stay consistent with it. Do it. Don't just talk about it. Do it. And that is how you're going to see your money. That's how you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You got to stay consistent. So
yeah, and I must say that watching you be consistent with your business definitely motivated and inspired me to start being consistent with my own brand.
Exactly.
I thank you so much for that.
Thank
because
you.
I definitely
You're
watch
welcome.
you,
You're welcome.
and it is beautiful to watch, and it's so inspiring. When I see you post, I'm like, let me get on it because my girl posting. I got to figure out where I need to post my stuff too.
I just feel like you have to post until either they get tired of seeing you and delete you. And if they delete you, don't worry about it. Add some more. Add another person. Like it's never about, for me. It's never about who's supporting me and who's not supporting me. I love everybody that is, but forget everybody that isn't.
Yeah,
they don't exist. So yeah.
So, with that being said, what is some advice you would give a up and coming entrepreneur, someone thinking about entrepreneurship? What advice would you give them?
Don't get caught up into the social media world as far as the likes, the comments. What your numbers doing? Are they shopping? That's the key goal. Like, are they shopping with you? I never get caught up about who's liking what, who's. Just only thing you need to do is when you come out, pop your shit, pop it,
Pop it out,
pop your shit. Yeah. Make sure they see you. Like they're gonna. Can I just show you a couple of things that I brought today?
Please show me what you have.
Okay, so these right here is my lip kit. I have 3 of them, and I have my name on them. I take pride in
that is
everything that I have going on.
That.
So yeah, those are my lip kits. Packaging matters. These are my eyelashes. Packaging matters, and it says top tier, and ain't gotta prove it. I don't have to prove anything.
I love that.
It's here. So yeah, packaging
it's in the details. It's the details.
Put your name on everything. Put your name on everything. I mean, beautiful. From the bags that your things go in. I sell clothes too. I started selling clothes.
I think I saw that. Was it back in February? I think I saw some leggings or something that you came.
Yeah, so I've stopped now. Only because I wanted to do this entire rebrand, and I feel like clothes was taking my attention from a lot of the other things that I needed to be done, like as far as my wholesale. And as an entrepreneur, I'm glad we brought this up. As an entrepreneur, I feel like, yes, you can add different things to your brand and to your line. Like I have hair, lashes, cosmetics, now clothes, but you still have to, I feel like you have to stay in your lane and do what works for you.
Exactly.
So,
what is something you feel people seem to misunderstand about you?
I'm never going to give up. I'm never going to quit. I'm going to always put it in your face. Like, I just feel like if I lose it all today, I have the recipe to get it back tomorrow. So I'm never going to quit. Like, I see girls, and this is no shade to anybody, but I see girls coming to the game, and I see them, you know, they be so hyped up about it, you know, at first because the likes, and, you know, they coming out with this and that, you know, as far as the same thing I'm selling. And then I don't see them posting like their product. They'll come out because it's, you know, once you, I feel like, bring your brand out like the first time, you get like this,
that rush.
Yeah. And then after that, is no consistency, is no marketing, is no putting, is no more investing, and you just buying product and sitting on it because it's not your passion. That goes back to that. It's not your passion. So, yeah. Yeah.
I'm definitely guilty of that. So you just taught me something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is one of your biggest life lessons?
My biggest life lessons. Hold on, let me go to my notes. My biggest life lessons.
Yeah.
Keep your business to yourself. Because what the enemy doesn't know, they can't attack. So, say for instance, I'm dropping a project next week or 2 weeks from now, but I say something now about it. You actually have people praying on your downfall. Like, they pray that it don't succeed. They pray you get knocked back down to poverty. They just pray on your downfall because people are just so evil. So you just have to be aware of that. Keep people out your business.
And
That's one of the biggest lessons. And also don't overplay your position in nobody's life. Like, if they're not reciprocating the energy that you're giving out, dead it. Don't even it's always a saying about the red flags. When you see them, act on it. Don't give no chances. Exactly. Don't give any chances. Dead it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my very last question is, if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
My selflessness. I feel like
You really are.
Yeah, I put people in position to make money, to win. I'm not just a person who wants the spotlight. I'm always here for another woman or man glow up. Like, I'm here for it. So you can always come to me, even if you're doing the same thing that I'm doing. It's never about competition for me because I don't see any competition at all, because I know how hard I'm going. I have a vision to where I want to be in life. So it's not about, oh, well, let me do this to see if I can outshine her. It's not about that for me.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And Chelsea, how can our viewers today, how can they, get in contact with you? What are your social media platforms?
My social media platforms is CC Lux Collection on Facebook. And then I have Instagram, which is IBS. I haven't changed my Instagram yet because I'm still trying to hold on to the inches by snow. So, but it's IBS _ wholesale hair vendor. So that is how they can reach me, or, telephone if you have my text. They have my, text if you have my phone number. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Good. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed our interview today. It has been just a breath of fresh air. I've loved all the gems that you have shared with me today, and I just want to thank you so much for that and for the opportunity to get your story out there.
Thank you.
I'm a firm believer that you should give people their flowers while they're living. So I do have a special gift for you, because you are my first guest on my first recording of Let's Talk Faith. So let me get those for you, okay?
Okay. Wow. I got
flower thing.
Wow. Give me my flowers now.
Yes,
I think I made a post about 2 weeks ago. It was on Mother's Day, and I said, give me my flowers now. Don't wait till I'm gone. Give them to me now.
Yes, ma'am.
These are beautiful.
I'm glad you love them, sister.
Thank you so much.
I'm happy you love it.
I love them.
Well, thank you so much, family. I hope that something shared here today has motivated and inspired you on your tailor-made journey. We love you, and I cannot wait to see you next time. And thank you for joining us. Bye.